Good morning. We've got a, reaction video. It's actually not his first in this series. Um, I watched them, and my wife is getting mad at me yelling at the camera. So we're gonna do an actual live reaction. So I'm just gonna react to this guy's videos. Hopefully he sees it. Hopefully his community can see this, and at least they'll get some additional information without having to wait for the comments to update and stuff like that. So here it is. My 2 cents regarding Lethal Zone, especially. Okay.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, all members of the cult, past, current, and future, and welcome to the next episode in the State of Decay 2 Lethal Zone series. I have a very important announcement, so if you're someone that usually skips ahead, please don't skip ahead this time. This is really important for State of Decay 2 content. I want to let you guys know that at the time you see this video, I will be going live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight on Twitch, and I will be starting up a 100-day Nightmare Zone community. The reason I want you guys to know this is because the first 3 people from the YouTube channel who come to the Twitch stream and follow while I'm live, those 3 people will get to decide my survivors for the Nightmare Zone playthrough. So what that consists of is the first 3 people. You can't follow in advance. It needs to be a follow while I'm live so I can properly give you credit, so I know who followed in what order. But you'll get to choose a number between 1 and 100. I will roll my survivor that many times, and whoever I get, that's who I'm with. 5th skill doesn't matter, trait doesn't matter, stats don't matter. It is whatever you pick. So make sure that you are one of the first 3 if you want to contribute to my victory or my suffering on that Nightmare Zone 100-day playthrough.
So we shouted him out there. You got to hear what he's doing on Twitch. I stream on Twitch too. So here we go.
Especially the tips that I keep forgetting to mention or didn't even know about. So absolutely continue to educate me in the comments. I'm not against being taught how to play the game in a better way. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's get into the community. I will see you guys there. Okay, here we are back in the community. For anyone who missed it at the beginning, I did make an announcement about
when you see this video. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna comment on is you see he's now got some health items. I want to say in his previous videos, both of his characters died. He had absolutely no way to recover health, which I mean, maybe you can get away with that in Nightmare. I don't think so, but very dangerous in Lethal Zone. Basically asking for the characters to die. Okay.
the first 3 people to follow while I am live will get to choose my survivors for the Nightmare Zone playthrough. Then had video and called in another enclave, the Pathfinders. I became friendly with them and was able to recruit Josie, who, amazingly enough, is a mechanic, which
Okay, and you can see he's got 2 gravestones in the background. So he's already lost 2 of his 3 initials. This person he recruited, he actually spent 750 influence to recruit. Seems like a mismanagement of influence. Even if you're struggling after the first character loss, probably should have been spending at that point rather than waiting for him to get down to just the 1. But we'll keep going.
is exactly what I need. The only downside is she is belligerent, which means she has a permanent -3 morale. She becomes frustrated at -20 morale, and she can cause conflicts within the community, which will drive.
This negative that he's concerned about really isn't a negative at this point. He's only got 2 people. If she gets frustrated, he just switches to her and plays with her, and that'll go away. I don't even know that they'll ever actually leave. I think they just hassle you on the radio. The +5 light carrying capacity is a tremendous bonus. That's really should be the focus of his review of this character and your review as well.
Morale down further. And right now she is miserable, and Yusuf is currently stable. So this video, what we're going to do is we're not going to take any massive risks. So and
another thing to notice is that he's a hero here. The effective sealants is his bonus, but that also means he can be made leader. And if you'll notice in the community screen, he hasn't selected a leader yet. I would do that as well. You can have some very negative leader missions pop when you don't have a leader, including -4 food, which in his current situation could be very bad. So definitely should have promoted this guy to leader already.
And Yusuf is on recruiting another member. We need to rebuild our community. So this episode, we're not doing anything insane. We're not going after a plague heart.
Just a reminder about the influence thing. He just called in an enclave for 150. The 750 he paid to get this girl would let him call in 5 enclaves. So it's just an example. Better ways to do things than what we've done here thus far to get us here.
We're going to not really do many missions unless we have to. We are just trying to rebuild and recover from the tragic losses over the past few episodes. All right, so these guys are right up here near our food outpost. I will not complain about that.
Okay, here it comes. This is the biggest criticism, and I really think players watching this and even the player playing this haven't recognized that what this is. If you'll notice down here by the blue enclave, this is where his characters keep dying, and it's because of infestations that he had there. There are better ways to get rid of the infestations, including the tiny little car symbol that you see here. Because when you start Lethal Zone, when you start a new game of State of Decay, they're going to give you a Miragra without gasoline in it, and which is what they did with him. Now, his huge mistake that he made, which basically led to all the events that have unfolded, in my view, is that he swapped from the Miragra to the truck. The truck is one of the worst possible vehicles you can get. And it's not particularly sturdy in Lethal Zone. It does have more carrying capacity, but that's of limited use when you can't drive around without hitting the bloaters that explode, without smashing the ferals, which are everywhere, even without killing the juggernauts, without going through 5 rucks of fuel. So he made a very inefficient choice by going to this truck. And I'm beside myself beside the truck. Perhaps you can call me a truck hater. In this game, it's probably the worst vehicle choice you can make. You don't have the capacity of the van. You have the bed that passengers sit in rather than sitting in the truck itself. So they don't open doors to smash zombies, and they can be easily hauled out by ferals. It's just a critical mistake in Lethal. Don't use the truck. Do yourself a favor. Don't use the truck. That's what I'm going to say. No trucks. Okay.
Screamer there, bloater there. All right, let's get the truck and let's go pay them a visit. Figured out we will go up here and loot some of the areas up around there now that we are not at risk of a heart. And again, nothing flashy this episode. We are just trying to rebuild and recuperate. Ideally, we welcome this enclave to the map. We get a mission for them fairly soon, so we make them allied, and hopefully they don't have a great enclave bonus, so we can just go on ahead and recruit somebody and get our numbers back up. Okay, we are in plague territory, so I have to be careful about killing zombies.
Okay, you heard him say he needs to be careful about killing zombies. That's because of another mistake that was made with the outpost, primarily. But secondarily, this is one zombie. And by running away, he's triggered this lunge attack. He's fortunate that it misses, because it's going to do a substantial amount of plague damage and health damage to his character if it hits. Also can lead to a bite, which could even provide immediate plague, which means the character dies if he doesn't get a cure. Cures are expensive. I don't even know if he can afford one at this point, to be honest. Now, his excuse is he's going to have the Enclave kill the zombie. Well, the zombie's going to do something right before he gets to the Enclave that's going to make the situation, or could make the situation, insanely bad. So we'll watch.
Let's bring them in here for the...
Okay, you're not going to see it in screen, but if you look closely back there, the zombie actually pauses. So I'm going to try to show this so that you can see this zombie will pause here. There. You see him just sitting there? He just stopped, right? Why do you think he did that? Because he's screaming now. He's screaming. Now, you can't hear the scream like the screamers make in this game, but he gives a little roar that seems to be especially effective in Lethal Zone. Many a time has a little scream like that attracted the triple feral pack, the murder pack. 3 ferals would wipe all of these enclaves out, okay? Very few enclaves can stand up to him. I doubt that this one could. He basically spent 150 to have a zombie attack 3 NPCs. And in Lethal Zone, their marksmanship's ridiculously bad. So again, do yourself a favor. And instead of bringing zombies to your friends here, like right here, this zombie's just running at him. Do this instead. Dive right into this guy. The dodge button, B, whatever you're using on the keyboard. I don't remember. Dodge into him. He'll stun lock. Grab him and throw him into the back of the truck. Or throw him into the rock or towards your enclave. You need to get good at this grab and throw. And you can practice it in anything. Grab it and throw him. Because he'll land on his face. And then you can go into stealth mode and you can murder him. Execute. Do the execution. You'll kill him, most likely silently, so it doesn't affect the heart. And moreover, he doesn't shout and bring in murder packs and juggernauts and bloaters and screamers. Oh my.
Let's bring them in here for the NPCs to kill. I mentioned this way back in episode 1, I think, but if NPCs kill plague zombies in plague territory, then it will not wake up the heart. They will only start to wake up the heart if you kill them. Oh, good now.
He gets a little bit of jank here. We'll skip it.
All right, so that makes them friendly. So we should only have to do 1 mission for them, and then that will make them allied, and we can recruit. So let's look at our potential.
Okay, so I'm going to interrupt him here. He's going to review all of these characters, and he's going to overlook this one here with scouting, and I don't think he should because of his situation. He's new to Lethal Zone. He's clearly having issues dealing with the plague zombies. And going at the pace at which he's going, I don't expect him to be able to start taking out plague hearts easily. He needs this girl with scouting, in my view, because it'll provide important intelligence for him when he's out looting at night, which he needs to do. He shouldn't be trying to attack plague hearts at night, not yet. Not till he gets a little more skilled and a little more equipped. He'd probably agree with me. Now, the 5th skill of craftsmanship is unfortunate, but he's going to be doing a lot of constructing, so he could get a benefit out of this. I would take this survivor over the others. The key things to look for, he doesn't really talk about it. Look at the health and the stamina. You want to see both numbers over 100. This particular character does not have a hidden trait that will provide extra health or extra stamina, unfortunately. But the key here is it doesn't look like they have any penalties that will be extremely bad. The other thing you can do is look at the stars. You want to make sure that they all align here on this right side. A missing single star will also indicate a negative trait that'll make advancing the character impossible to some of the better skills. So this would be the one I would take. He looks at some other ones. I'm just going to skip that. The other thing I want to say is in your own game, you just met these guys. If you're not recruiting immediately, don't bother wasting time on this. You only get so much daylight. Get out there and get your missions done.
So she has craftsmanship, which is one of the not as useful 5th skills. She most so with programming can do something called
Okay, you don't need the programming skill to use the benefit of this cell tower. But I am glad to see that he is now recognizing the importance of the cell tower outpost. This is the outpost he should have taken, especially on this map, because it secures this bridge. Once this cell tower is your outpost, this bridge is covered by a no spawn zone. So no juggernaut, triple bloater nonsense horde preventing you from getting across this path. And I don't know if you noticed, but as he drove along this path, there are multiple spawn locations that he passes where zombies, bloaters, hordes, juggernauts, ferals will appear constantly. So to get this secured, it is critical. I just do it automatically on this map for Trumbull. Um, if you don't have computers, the benefit he's going to talk about, the plague silencer thing, it just costs more parts. Parts are pretty cheap to get, pretty easy to get, so not an issue. Um, the other benefit of computers is you can upgrade the outpost to the max 6 with network, 5 with the signal tower, 4 without, and he's just he's nowhere near that at this point. That shouldn't be a concern of his right now. You can always pick up a computer book too, and you can train computers at the cell tower. So this should just be an automatic take.
It's called like a plague heart disruptor. And so what it does is pretty much means that as long, so like say we activate plague heart disruptor, as long as I do not go and beat on this heart right here, it doesn't matter how many zombies I kill, it doesn't matter if a screamer screams, this heart will not wake up unless I.
Okay, obviously this is going to get corrected. I think it's already been corrected in his comments. That's not true. The plague heart disruptor, as he called it, I think that's correct. It increases the amount of zombies you have to kill in order to wake up the heart, but it doesn't get rid of that ability. Additionally, with screamers, you get 3, 4 screamers go off, it will wake up. So it's not complete annihilate heart time. Okay, the big benefit it provides is that one screamer going off doesn't wake it up. 10 zombies dying doesn't wake it up. So it gives you a little more leeway. But most importantly, when you kill this heart, it doesn't wake up the other hearts that may be connected to it, and that's probably the biggest kind of hidden benefit of the plague heart disruptor, and why I always take that outpost first on Trumbull Valley. Uh, Critically important, especially when you get into Marshall. Marshall tends to have 6 to 7, 8 even plague hearts, and you kill one, you wake 2, very common. So that's the reason to get it.
Attack it directly. So, let's see. What kind of trader is this? The Red Talon supplier. Okay, so I guess we'll go check them out to see if they might have anything. We'll loot this house first, though, since we're right here. So we definitely want Lark for programming. So for once, we're going to.
I'm gonna skip through this looting here, and unless I see something really egregious.
Once we were.
Okay, so I would have checked the other door first before barging in on this door. He does have the Enclave next door, which can help. But again, making noise in lethal zone unnecessarily, not recommended. Too many ferals, too many feral packs, too much instant death.
Lose S hitter, which provides a really strong Enclave bonus to get. So if they do give us that, so do they have anything worth trading? They have fuel. They have a signal. Install this on our command center to allow us to manage an extra outpost. Okay, so we'll hold off on buying this for right now because the Red Talon Trader might have a network signal booster, which will.
Red Talon Trader does not have the network booster that gives you 2. It's not going to have it. It's going to have guns and ammo. Fuel.
We used up a lot to make the Molotov.
I don't know if this guy's like a real fire user. That would be the only reason to buy the fuel here. He's got plenty of fuel. There's plenty of fuel to loot. I would not have bought the fuel. Resources tend to be very plentiful. Mostly what you need to do is be able to manage the zombies in lethal.
So we used to take out the heart, and we still have enough influence to buy that signal booster. Let's go ahead and throw that in here. Let's go in here and get these chemicals. And then we'll go see what that, actually, we'll drop the stuff off at base first, and then we'll go see what the trader has to offer.
Okay, you saw the map yourself. He's right next to his own outpost. And this goes back to the truck. I'm probably going to be raving about this truck in my sleep tonight. He why? Why? Someone tell me why. He's in a safe area. It's not a plague zone. There's going to be fewer zombies. He's next to his outpost. He's next to an enclave. At this point, what I'd be doing is probably running this character all the way down to the outpost. Running him all the way. Because he's got protection if he needs it. He's got snacks if he needs to run. He can hop up on cars. There's a box he can hop up on if he gets, attacked by a feral. He needs to get the character's cardio up so he's got more stamina. He needs to stop wasting fuel driving that fat truck around. And there's no need. Let's say the truck's a good idea. Why do you fill it up barely and then take it all the way back to the base to unload it? You should be filling it up all the way to be efficient with your fuel and your driving and your time. So, no. Just no. Okay.
You'll be okay. Okay, not really much to loot up this way. I could loot this outpost, this power outpost. I might do that. But first, let's go drop this off at base. Let's grab any luxury items we have and then go meet up with that trader.
Do I need to say it? He drove into a structure and then drove right into a zombie that he couldn't see. Truck, you're just making the game harder for yourself. Fine.
Oh, damn it. Well, it's a good thing we got a mechanic.
So the mechanic benefit for your community is making repair kits. In order to do that, you need the level 2 workshop. So that's 8 materials to build the workshop and 15 materials to upgrade it. And then with the mechanic, for another 150 parts, you can get repair kits. If you're not in a giant gas-guzzling truck that can't avoid zombies, you probably won't need as many repair kits. So again, skip the truck, keep the Miragra. Now, if you want to have a backup car, like an emergency car in case somebody dies, you want to drive over to your Miragra and bring it back, fine. But not as your primary car. I strongly don't recommend it. Okay.
So it is going to use up all of our parts since it costs 100 parts to create a toolkit, but we kind of need one right now. It would help if I quit running into stuff, honestly.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get all this.
He used 2 vehicle storage spots. Miragra's got 4. Just saying.
Okay, we'll just keep this on us now so we can have more inventory space.
So I gave him credit before for carrying the health items, and now he wants to get rid of the health items. Most of what I loot in this game is extraneous. And especially in Lethal Zone, you want to be efficient with your time, especially when you're first getting started with it. So again, keep the health item on your person. Okay.
Yep, so and now here she is to bug us about Ray.
Yeah, I don't know why he chose Trumbull. It has some advantages that wind up being handicaps when you play lethal on other maps. So I'm going to back it up here because I really want to look at his inventory screens here. Okay, so what do we notice here? 2 meat cleavers, a machete, a bell club, which he's probably never going to use, baseball bat, 2 heavies, and 4 knives, plus a lighter backpack. This backpack has the same capacity as this one, but it weighs 4 pounds less. He might even get her into the green zone if he used the right backpack. He's got 2 identical crossbows here. You probably aren't going to use a crossbow on base defense, so I would sell one of these. The light crossbows bring in a lot of money. I can see why he's not using it. He doesn't have any arrows. This is fine, but I'm just saying you can make some money there. He's got a break here. I would put that break on this rifle and hand it to somebody to defend the base with. And also, if you're going to go attack a heart, if you got ammo for this, looks like he's got at least 9 shots. Absolutely put the brake on this rifle and take it with you, because that's going to do good damage on a play card, and sometimes you just need a couple more hits.
Now here she is, the bug.
Okay, next item. 2 smoke grenades. These are invaluable. They're almost as good as scent block. Some will even say better than scent block. Throw it on the ground near the plague heart. You can sit there and whack away the first phase or the third phase. The toughest phase is a clear with your heavy weapon, no problem. It's a really good item. And when he went to go out at plague hearts, I wasn't noticing this being taken. So kind of an oversight. Look at all the health items he's got. These do you no good in this locker. None. No good. Firecrackers, I mean, some guys do a lot of stuff with that. He's got a craftsmanship book, a guarding book. He's got 4 fuel. Only 1 snack. You can see it looks like he's really been using the stamina items. Might want to switch her from this weapon to a heavy weapon, because it's easier to spam when you're tired and dodge and still, not get eaten alive by large packs of zombies. This is looking bad for him. I think you might want to go back to all of his enclaves, call in another one even, try to see if you can get some stamina items and go looting. He needs loot. This is, even with 2 smoke grenades, it's going to be really hard to do a normal plague heart. There's some cheesable ones on this map, but not in the truck, or less likely to be cheesed in the truck. Another reason, by the way, not to take the truck. You're on the Trumbull Valley map. There's 2 plague hearts that are just free to kill every time if you have the Maragra. But he's got the truck, and it's not going to work. It won't fit in the little parking spots you need the Maragra for. Okay, right. We're going to get going again.
Gus, text, yeah, I don't have one from him for selling, so.
Okay, so he picked up this book. He's gonna trade it. Again, if you want to trade, pick up these knives. They may not look like much, but every 2 knives brings in about as much as a cheap luxury item, 34, and it'll start adding up. When you're down here, when you're at 0, you don't need all this stuff. These can be scrapped for parts, which you can turn into more repair kits or plague disruptor that we talked about earlier. So this is doing him no good. He only needs 1 heavy. I'd scrap the used one. The splitting mold, take that, gives you 48. Scrap this club, keep the bat, scrap the machete, scrap the Tactahawk, scrap one of the cleavers. Again, you're not using it. So there's really not much point in it being in your inventory, converted into parts so that you'll be able to respond, especially when you need to do it quickly, as the game is going to try to make you do here in Lethal Zone.
So let's go ahead and get our truck repaired. And so if you lose your driver's side door, zombies can pull you out, especially ferals. So there's 2 conditions in which you need to use a toolkit. If you are missing your driver's side door, or if your vehicle is smoking. It doesn't matter if it's white smoke or black smoke. Repair it if it starts smoking. So what we might do is we might actually come back and kill that Juggernaut. I showed you guys at the end of the last episode how to easily kill a Juggernaut, but I'll show you how to do it again here in this episode. See, was that a feral or a regular zombie? No, that was just a horde. Okay, no big deal. Worst case, we lead them up here to the Red Talon. because Red Talons are usually equipped with really strong weapons.
Yeah, that's very true. The Red Talon trader comes in with 2 bodyguards, and they're going to be equipped with 7.62s. They tend to just mow through just about everything.
So they have ammo.
Yeah, and he's discovering now that they don't have the network signal booster. They're never going to have it. This is what they're going to have: grenades, guns, some good melee weapons, maybe a heavy, but mostly rucks of bullets and rucks of fuel. Okay, the critical thing here, sorry if I'm talking over him, it might be harder to understand. I want to make sure this is critical. This rifle here, he's not even looking at, the 400, the 60 rounds. This 7.62 rifle packs a huge punch even without a break on it. And he's got a break. So this is, I'm not going to say that this is a plague heart, but with the 2 smoke grenades he's got and this rifle, he should be able to smoke it for the first phase, run out, hop on his truck or the car, blast it with the rifle for the second and third phase, and I think he could get 2 plague hearts that way. That's 2 more rucks of supplies. That's 2 more areas without, plague. It's a substantial amount of progress for 400 influence. That's what I'd be thinking about here. Way more attractive than the grenades, the pistol, the other rifle. 375 for 20 less rounds. Why do that to yourself? Just have the 60. It'll free up another slot in your inventory.
The mod from the other community, so I think we'll take that.
Again, with the fuel. Guess what doesn't burn as much fuel as a truck? Yeah, Miragra. And then you can have all the little Molotovs you want. Okay, whatever. Let's go.
And then, yeah, so not that. I'm about to play a very dangerous game, but let's see if we can't kill this Juggernaut. It'll be good for morale. It'll get me some more influence. It'll get this character some standing. So just in case you missed it at the end of last episode, you can take out a Juggernaut by just backing up into it over and over. Because remember, as long as the hood...
Okay, this is one of the more controversial situations about State of Decay. And it's not his fault, it's the Juggernaut, it's the game's fault. The Juggernaut is bugged out. So if you're going to do this like he's doing this right now, backing your car into it over and over again, remember what I said about fuel. He's going to be much lower on fuel when he's done. But what I would do for you is when you see the Juggernaut there, go into your map real quick and click on him. You may have to drive past, you may have to drive a safe distance away. That's fine. Put the map marker on him. Okay? In this case, he's going to be driving back and forth into a Juggernaut right next to his base. I wouldn't recommend doing it there because if you fail, something bad happens, you accidentally drive your truck into a pole, which he seems to do a lot, you could get the car trapped by the Juggernaut, and then he'll beat it until it explodes or until you get out of it. And now you're at home next to your base with your people who have no guns, and there's a Juggernaut. It's a way to get yourself wiped, okay? Just get the community wiped, get it all over and done with. It's not like he's got another car to drive away in. So again, this is possible to do. Click on the Juggernaut on the map so you can see where he's at. Then drive away from the Juggernaut until you don't see the icon of the Juggernaut, which you have to put on him yourself. That's why I said you click on him. The little yellow circle won't be there. As soon as it's not there, I've found that by backing into him at that point, you get a much bigger chance of giving him a stun hit, which you'll tell when he hits and he kind of collapses a little bit and lets out an ugh. Then drive away until he's out of your map window again. Get that minimum distance because I don't know if it's glitching his health out. I don't know if it's giving you enough space to get up to speed when you hit him or what it is, but it tends to take far fewer hits with the vehicle, even the little car, the Miragra, to kill the Juggernaut with your car. But again, my critique here would be don't do this next to your base. Too much danger with a completely glitched out enemy that is extremely overpowered and frequently can damage you without even hitting you. So keep all that in mind.
Of your vehicle does not take any damage where the engine is, then your car won't blow up. So you can slam the back of the truck into as much stuff as you want. It'd be better to get some speed going, of course. But even though it doesn't look like it, we are doing damage to the jug. See?
That was the first time that I think he did enough damage to hurt the Juggernaut, and you saw it do its little stumble there.
We staggered him right there for a bit, and it is a long process, but as long as you drive away before he can do like a slam or a rush attack, then you're fine. See, there we go. You get
That seemed extremely buggy to me that it took that few hits. Maybe they patched it, I don't know. But congratulations. Again, very risky next to your base.
3 plague samples, or no, you get 2 that time. Alright, Juggernaut's dead. And that was enough to boost Josie up to a citizen. And she is a builder that gets +5 light carrying capacity. So just like that, the truck is...
So he misread that. Let's go back to this because she's not a builder. The lock symbol here is trying to let you know that these are still not enabled for this character, but it's letting you know what happens if you continue to advance this character, the survivor. So if you get her up to hero, then she'll get another +5 light carrying capacity, which she already has for organized, so it'll actually give her +10. It'll really make this character a pack rat. Could be a huge advantage for a powerhouse or a discipline character with marathon. You can create a character that never runs out of stamina, even using heavy weapons. So that can be invaluable for taking out play cards. The leadership trait is builder, which means if she was made the leader, she would be in the builder class, which unlocks the ability to make the sniper tower. I do like the sniper tower, especially for new players. It'll really make some of the more broken missions easy to finish. So there's that. But these aren't enabled yet. She is of a builder class, and she's not the builder yet. And she doesn't have this extra +5 yet. She will if she can get up to hero.
And we got a +6 morale. Gets +5, all for very little effort. Go ahead and do this. Let's take out the Screamer. There we go, and we got our bolt back.
This is all good stuff. You should do this.
From fatigue. So if Josie starts getting tired, we can swap back to him. We'll refill the truck real quick, and then we'll go up there and we'll buy that out the mod. Speaking of, we have 18 materials. How much is it to 15? Let's do it. That definitely hurt us, but the thing is, outfit to 50 mod. Speaking of,
okay, so I do want to highlight something here. We already saw he's got the level 2 workshop, so he can make the repair kits. He does have infirmary too. This should be the first thing that you upgrade. So I do recommend building these 2 structures first in every map. Infirmary should be first. The biggest reason for that is that if somebody does accidentally get plagued, you can put them in the infirmary and stabilize them until you have enough materials to make the cure. The reason I think you should upgrade this first before the towers or before even the workshop, except maybe in some extreme circumstance where you have no car at all, it is that the level 2 infirmary will begin to passively heal them. So the damage that they take from injuries, from ferals, from bloaters, will slowly heal. So I do agree with this stuff that he's done here in the base thus far. As far as the upgrade, yeah, I'd probably go ahead and do the command center here. The 18 materials does you no good sitting in your base. He has nothing that's draining materials right now, so there's no reason to leave him there. Start the upgrade, you'll get a third outpost. But you will notice he hasn't used his 2 outpost slots. So keep that in mind too. So again, he's going to be doing an upgrade that will give him a third outpost slot. He only has 1 outpost. It takes influence to get outposts. So I don't know why he's thinking about spending his last 500 influence to buy a mod for this to get 4 outposts. He can't even get 1 more once he makes that purchase. He's going to have to go out and start killing zombies, killing plague hearts, and doing missions. All right, we'll keep going.
We might just easy to can't upgrade the bed. Go and kind of try to loot out this area down here some, and go help them on this mission. I know I said we weren't going to take too many risks on the mission, but we need influence.
No, not what you want to do. Again, this Trumbull Valley is a different map, and going into Marshall would be a huge mistake in my view. But again, maybe he's doing this for the views, just giving you my peace of mind. In his situation, I'd be going north, trying to clear out the northern area. There's a few parts that can be cheesily done, well, typical locations. And then there's some more challenging ones, but again, we talked about what he could do to get influence with what he's got already. His critical need is stamina items, and he doesn't have any. Going into Marshall, very likely to wake up plague hearts, and then have a plague heart that's very protected by the map, by the zombies, by the streets. He's got a vehicle that's not very nimble, and it's just going to keep sending out infestations till it kills him. So no Marshall, not yet. You could also go into the farmlands. There's quite a few plague hearts there he could get probably. Yeah, Marshall is like a challenge run here at this point. I don't know why a first timer is thinking of that. So okay.
So let's go up here, buy this. I just saw. I just saw a bloater down that way. There's a horde of zombies right there. It's going to scream. It's going to bring its friends. I just heard a feral.
I haven't watched this part yet. I don't know if he's going to try to do the door trick on the feral. Having other zombies around makes it nearly impossible. The crossbow doesn't reload fast enough to kill the feral. Should have gotten back into the car. But again, his truck isn't very good at killing ferals. So this is a tough situation, and boy, your heart really goes out to the survivor right now. This is not looking good. You're gonna put her life in the fate of NPC characters in State of Decay 2, Lethal Zone. Ugh.
Oh my god, I was trying to bait the feral.
Okay, so let's say you are in this situation. Keeping items between you and the feral is a pretty good technique. You're clearly ready to sacrifice these guys to stay alive. What you want to be thinking about is, do I have a clear run back to the car? If you drive away, these zombies will tend to just expire, and then, or the Enclave kills them, while you're safely not there. That would be an opportunity. If you're kind of stuck there the way he is, he can't see what's around the corner. He doesn't know if he's got a secure line. There could be a screamer, there could be a jug, there could be more ferals. This is Lethal Zone. So the other thing to do would be to try to take out these straggler zombies, because they're going to make it extremely hard to kill the feral by interrupting you, biting you, grabbing you, slashing you, etc. Okay, at that point, he could have just hopped into the car. The roof of the car to shoot the feral, it's an option. I don't see that the feral's followed him out yet, but I think just getting in the car would have been the best bet. Okay, we'll keep going.
So you are safe on top of your vehicle.
You are not safe on top of your vehicle in lethal zone. Bloaters will run into the car, explode, they'll knock you off or plague you while you stand there. Juggernauts will also knock you off. What you tend to be safe from is standard zombies. And the ferals do not jump up onto the car. But I wouldn't necessarily consider that to be safe. So here we go. We'll keep going.
So we will kill just a couple. Just to...
He's worried about waking up the plague heart. He can't wake up a plague heart here. And this is part of, the game isn't very clear about how this mechanic works. He is in a cleared area, so no plague heart claims this region. He could kill zombies all day. It's not going to wake anything up. You have to be within a plague heart region for the plague heart to be affected by the zombies you kill. Okay.
Help the Enclave. Alright, I'm not going to kill any more than that. I'll let the Enclave handle the rest. Because I don't want to wake up the heart. Or they can bug out and not do anything. That's cool too. Oh, you assholes. Hey, are you going to kill the zombie or just let it keep screaming, dude? Thank you. Christ almighty. Alright, and we only missed out on like 2 bolts, so not a big deal. Okay.
Hello there. Let's trade, okay? All right.
Let's go ahead and buy that. That should use up all our influence. But it should hopefully be worth it. Alright.
Again, huge mistake. Don't leave yourself this low on influence. You won't be able to respond if the game changes things on you.
So let's go drop this off. Let's refuel the truck. We'll drop this off at base. I'll grab my...
Again, driving back to base. Oh, this guy. He loves driving. It's hurting him. Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll just skip out me going back to base, and I will cut to when we get down to this area. Okay, here we are at the Blood Sisters. Let's go in here and see. This might be a very dangerous mission, because typically when you have these can you go find someone for us missions, they're usually stranded in a building that is flooded with zombies. Cover some of our equipment. Haven't heard from him. Our whole operation could fall apart.
You bet.
Okay, where do we have to go? West Marshall. So
One of the most dangerous areas of Marshall is what you're seeing right now on the map. You can see that this appears to be a constricted area with a single street entrance. There is a back row entrance here that I hope he uses if he actually tries this. This area is infamous, loves to spawn feral packs. There's going to be a plague heart up here almost certainly. There's another one down here. Could be one there. Screamers, bloaters, juggernauts. This is not a mission that you want to be doing. He's got the Santos mission. I mean, if you want to do a mission in plague territory, this one's going to be much better. It's going to give you a ton of influence. It doesn't ask you to do very much. You're going to have somebody who can actually fight and who is immortal helping you. So you can't fail the mission either, unless, of course, you die. Looking at his list here, that this mission, not recommended. But let's see how this plays out.
So there are a lot of houses and buildings down here that might have materials. However, these are almost...
There's also a ton of trees that block your vision. It's the whole area is a pain in the butt.
always pre-looted, so I'm not expecting to find a lot. But we'll head down that way.
This street up there is also filled with broken down cars. So there's obstacles. It's scary. So again, fingers crossed.
So let's try and get over there without killing a bunch of zombies. Hopefully, we can get over there without too much issue from screamers. Like I said, if you have no other choice, even though I say advocately, you piece of shit. Even though I advocate for don't damage your vehicle, if you are in plague territory and see a screamer...
So there was the side passage I was saying I hope he uses. He needed to go the other direction on the bus, although you could make this turn eventually in this truck. But this intersection, the game loves to put little red guys over here, and the other scary ones too. Here goes.
Screw it. Run that bitch over. Because as you saw early on in episode either 1 or 2, screamers will instantly wake up a heart.
As I said, he's not going to be able to see what's going on at this cul-de-sac if there's anything going on. He's already got a zombie on his car. The best thing for him to do at this point probably be to park it right here because it'll protect the hood of the vehicle and the door. But he's still going to have to back up down this street at Bloater Central. He was right. I mean, these are mostly pre-looted, so there's not even much stuff here for him. Again, this is a high risk, no reward situation.
So what I'll do is I'll try to get away. That one zombie's going to be aggroed.
He did real good going into stealth here and breaking line of sight to the zombies. Got multiple cars in the way now. He said the zombies aggroed. I don't know that it necessarily still is. He could have gone over this low wall here, the white wall. You can do that twice and quickly lose sight of most zombies that are chasing you. That could help save him. The real critical question is going to be not just what's in this house, but what's behind it and what's at the end of this cul-de-sac. Hopefully nothing.
So what we'll do is we'll try to make some distance. Yeah, see, everything over here is already pre-looted. Pre-looted.
So when you're in plague territory, you're going to get a lot of little red dots on your screen. But these bright ones over here on the horizon, that's a horde. There could be screamers, bloaters, ferals, juggernauts in this. So this is the danger that I'm talking about. It's looking like he might get away with this if he can stay quiet. And it's probably because this character is not a hero. So the game hasn't started ramping up yet. But this is a very dangerous area.
Okay, so these crawling zombies are really weird about aggroing. We'll just go ahead and kill him. See, we don't currently have any zombies heading this way.
Are you in here, hon?
He's running around in here. Okay, dude. Seriously, can you chill out?
This place seems clear for now, but I know that won't last.
You're right point. I'll follow.
Okay, can I trade with him right now?
Let's trade, okay?
Yes, I can. Okay, sweet. So, in these instances where you go to help someone, you can trade with them while they're with you. So it's not the worst idea to loot the building you're in, so if you find anything worthless, you can just go ahead and sell it off. Snacks, sure, I guess.
It's not like you have any other stamina items.
Wonderful.
There we go. Luxury item. Beautiful. We can
I'm way more excited about the energy drink.
go ahead and sell that to him.
Let's see what you've got.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So when I went by base, I did bring some smoke grenades just in case things really went off the rails. We could pop a smoke and just kind of disappear, lose aggro. I am hoping we can get out of here without causing too much issue, but these NPCs love to go full Rambo and get really trigger happy.
Not really anything else to find here.
So I really don't need this guy to start shooting at everything that moves.
That said, he does have a crossbow here, so these zombies between him and his truck that are very likely to try to interfere with him driving away, I would be trying to headshot them right now, because it doesn't aggro the heart if you're using a crossbow in stealth. If the zombie doesn't know that you're there, you can kill them with the crossbow all you want. They don't hear the crossbow too much, and you get rid of the problem.
Okay. We don't need him to randomly scream and get a whole bunch on us. Let's see, those aren't close enough to the truck for me to be concerned. Go ahead and take that one out. So we're not going to kill every single zombie we see. We're just going to take out the ones that are an immediate threat to the vehicle by being within its vicinity. So I don't...
This is a really good search. These containers, I'm pretty sure, trigger more zombie spawns. They're not marked on the map, so try to clear them whenever you can.
don't see any more right now that I'd be too concerned about. Ah, shit, I just heard a feral.
No room for that.
That sledgehammer or axe is way more parts than whatever he's picked up. Should have been a pickup, and I think what's happening is the feral noise has made him recognize how dangerous this actually is. Truck's probably going to get beat up, so here we go.
Alright, dude, let's get in here and go.
Zombies around here.
And here's the weakness of the truck that we spoke about earlier. The guy gets in the back. If the feral pulls him out of there, this could get nasty, especially if he tries to save him.
We're not fighting the feral, we're just going to book it.
Can we pick up the pace? We got a horde in.
Sometimes it's like I'm able to see the future.
Inbound.
Well, we were going to book it.
It just gets better and better, folks.
And there's a screamer back there.
Okay, so right on cue, right? Like I said, you're going to go into a very dangerous area in a vehicle that's not mobile and not nimble, and which puts the passengers in the back where the ferals can easily pull them out. So the screamer screamed, he ran over a couple zombies, he woke the heart. He doesn't even know where it is, but it's awake. And he's got to wait for an NPC to stupidly climb back into his truck again if he wants to complete this mission. He might have been able to just drive back to the Enclave, honestly, and see if the guy makes it out on foot. But again, the best thing to have done is to not have done this mission at all.
Alright, and the plague heart's awake. Fantastic.
That isn't good.
Where's that screaming son of a bitch at? There you are. Alright, dude, get in the truck. Come on.
Knock him off.
Fortunate that they got knocked off there because they can also pull the guy out. And now we see where the plague heart is. So could have been much worse. Could have been up here. So this is actually a location you can get to fairly easily, especially with a gun, which unfortunately we did not buy from Red Talon.
Damn it all. Okay. Well, that went to shit. And now we have yet another plague heart awake. Alright, put the nose up against an obstacle.
That's a lot of zombies.
Oh, you bitch. Stole my kill. Oh, shit.
Unlike the previous Enclave, the kills here are in a plague zone, and it's for a different heart than the one he's woken up. So if he keeps killing them, they will get mad. Again, at this point, the best thing would be to drive away. Unfortunately, at this point, the truck's about to blow. He really needs to repair it, so could just be getting worse for him.
I can't keep going so fast.
Well, you're going to have to, otherwise you're dead. So, another fun fact. NPCs have infinite ammo. This
Bye now.
This includes your community members. So if you are not controlling your community members and you give them a gun, they have infinite ammo. I'm getting real tired of you guys stealing my kills.
I assume he's
Oh, I got
joking.
a shirt. Okay, that.
Sure thing.
Fun fact about this mission line: if you refuse one of their missions, the next time they contact you, it will be to join you. All of these guys have positive blood donor perks. Given his situation, that's probably the best thing to do with them. So he made the drive-in apparently with little issue. The correct play at that point would have been to refuse that mission. Maybe do a little looting around the area, see if the next mission pops while you're still there. But then otherwise, when you come back the next time, they'll join you. That would swell his numbers to 5. He could move it to a better base. Just saying.
So, I have plague infection with an injury. We woke up a plague heart. And my truck has black smoke. All for a t-shirt. Right. Right. And we need more influence. Okay. So, what we'll do is I'll name this episode 4.5. And the actual episode 5 will be next week. So I hope everyone enjoyed what little bit we... well, I wasted my snacks. I hope everyone enjoyed what little bit we did on this video. This was meant to be just kind of a getting back into things, building our community a bit more, trying to recover some. Next episode, episode 5, we're going to go on a massive looting run. And we're going to try and find another enclave to recruit from. So, I hope everyone enjoyed. Make sure to come and check out the Twitch. It will be tonight, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/NightCultist. Link will be down below. And I really hope to see you guys there. And I do hope you enjoy the content, and I hope you will enjoy the 100-day Nightmare Zone we plan to do.
All right, so here's the information from him. You can see his channel's NightCultist. He's doing good numbers. This is great. I do enjoy the content. You saw that I like the video because I do. I just, again, I don't know if this is a bit of a strategy by him, but yeah, there's some for a guide. I'd like better information available. So I'm going to link it and post this to my YouTube. I'm going to edit some of this garbage out, and I'm sure it's probably too grainy. So here's his video. Here's his channel. He's very active, and thanks for listening. I do hope this helps. I have my own State of Decay videos up if you want to watch those. Thanks.